Welcome back to our podcast. We are on episode 3. We're excited. The second one went really well. I really liked it, but
but they haven't heard it yet while we're recording this.
But by the time they see this, they will.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Have seen it. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Excuse us if we're a little it's 5 in the morning.
Literally,
right now.
we've been up forever.
Yeah.
Well, I got up at 3 in the morning today.
And you texted me at 3.
Yeah.
I was technically awake, but I was like, I'm trying to go back to sleep.
You're like, bitch, don't text me.
Yeah, I've been up since 1, so.
God.
I'm like, in the middle.
We normally film, when we film, it's usually like in the evening time, so like we've already had our day and we're ending our night, so I thought we would have more energy in the morning, but I'm like...
Well, you more, because you get up early to go to the gym.
Yeah, but I like have pre-workout or something.
Oh, true, so you're all charged up.
Yeah, but I think... Oh my god, Heather. Maybe it's because I haven't had caffeine yet.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully the makeup on you works to like wake me up.
Yeah.
I saw
At least we'll look awake.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters.
So today's gonna be just a segment on Am I the Asshole? That's all we're gonna kind of dedicate this episode on.
So she hasn't even showed me or like read anything to me, so I have like no idea.
Yeah. It'll be raw reactions. I technically only read the headlines. So I went on Reddit and I didn't really find any good ones. Cause it's like Instagram and stuff like that. They go based off of like most recent and stuff like that. Okay. But I couldn't find any juicy ones. So I went on Google and I Googled like Am I the Asshole best segments? And they were really good.
Oh, that's good.
I found. So I only read the titles and I kind of briefly skimmed through them. But I haven't really like paid attention to them, so it'll kind of be like raw kind of reactions from me too. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But first, we're gonna do the weekly recap.
Our weekly recaps.
I'm like,
I don't really.
Our weekly recaps.
I never.
Like 2 day, we have like a 2-day recap.
I know, literally. I like don't even know what I did that was like so exciting this week that I could think of.
I have a pit, and it's fucking not getting sleep.
What?
Like you know, people have like peaks and pits.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I feel like a pit. And it's a pit. I was like, let me look at my schedule to see what I did. That was like a highlight for me this week. I guess my highlight for me won't be anything crazy until this weekend because I actually leave to Arizona this weekend. So I'll be gone for like 5 days. So that's like my highlight. I guess like prepping for that trip. But aside from that, like just work. I've been working a lot trying to get everybody in before I leave. So that's it for me.
I actually just thought of mine. We fixed up the backyard. It literally was a jungle back there.
Really?
Yeah, Eddie took a before and after.
I didn't know you had like, I didn't know you had grass there already.
No, it was no grass. It was weeds.
Oh, okay. We had weeds.
Yeah. But now, like after it rained, like we cut it and it looks like grass. Okay. Just don't get too close because you'll see the roots.
Yeah, you guys don't like pull them out?
We do. My mom's been doing it. Okay. But we kind of like abandoned the backyard for a while.
Well, and it's like...
Yeah, but it sucks because we actually like hired people and like we kind of like dug out the dirt to like prep it for grass. We planted the seeds and everything. That. Mm-hmm. And it looked so nice and then we just didn't water it.
Well, it's okay.
But it's like, it's literally doable.
Watering it for you.
Yeah, so literally.
It's been raining for like 5 months. So.
Yeah, literally. But it sucks because we actually, like, I bought like a little plaything for Enzo and then like we have a picnic table, but he can't be out there because it's raining. So I think today, is today raining? Is it raining?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think yesterday was the last day, if not today. I'm not sure, but...
spring already. Well, spring, I guess there is rain in spring too, but like...
Yeah, but it's like been black outside every day.
I know.
So those were our highlights of the week.
Yeah, nothing exciting.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one. Ready?
Yes. Do they know what I Am the Asshole is yet?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk about it.
So, Am I the Asshole? I think was created on Reddit. I'm not sure. But it's basically a segment where people ask the
basically the viewers, the audience.
Yes, the audience. They ask the audience
or commenters, like just anybody online.
They ask the audience. They tell them their story and then they ask them if they were the asshole because of that
for
story.
XYZ. I guess we kind of briefly went over what I am the asshole in episode 1. I do remember that.
Oh, true.
A little bit.
We went over everything.
Yeah, but I think because, I guess.
Yeah.
Refresh them. It's basically like people asking whether or not they're the asshole for doing specific things.
Yes.
For whatever.
And then they'll go in brief detail of the story of why they think they're not.
Yeah.
So, I got the top ones. There was like 25, but I got like 8 of them. I got 8 of them, so
yes.
We'll see. Okay, the first one is called The Horny Wife. Okay, so some people don't know how to like start it off because it's I read it a few times. This person says, so my 28 female husband, 31 male. So I saw a few people do it like that. So I don't know if they like, if it's their first time or, you know what I mean?
My 28, why would they?
Right, it doesn't make sense. So I don't know if they're like they're saying they're 28 female, obviously. Okay, you know?
Yeah.
But they misplaced.
Yeah.
Okay, so my 28 female husband, 31 male, had to spend 2 months in a different state for work. He came back 9 days ago. I am obviously thrilled he's back and I've missed him a lot. I was hoping we would be able to spend some time together, just the two of us. However, his mom, 56 female, came over when he was supposed to come home.
Why does their age matter? It's so funny.
I know, I don't know why.
I'm just saying.
In some instances, it does matter, though.
Oh. Well, the priest one. The
Right.
priest one.
Right.
I'll never get over that story.
Yeah.
But carry on.
I don't think I know.
Yeah. I'm like, carry on.
Yeah, that was a good one, though.
Yeah.
I was slightly annoyed, but I know she was just excited for her son to be back. However, she never left. Like, I was prepared to deal with her being there for a day or two, but not 9 days. Because she's been here for 9 days, we haven't had a second of time together. She insists on staying here instead of a hotel. For the record, she lives an hour away. The guest room is right next to ours, and the walls are thin. When the two of us go out, she comes with us, or makes one of us stay with her because otherwise we would be bad hosts. She follows us around the house constantly. We want to cuddle and watch movies, she's sitting in the armchair. We want to go to a romantic restaurant, better make that a table for 3. We have even left her in the living room to go chat in our room, and she follows us. Earlier today, I just asked her to leave, even though both of us have been hinting that she needs to go. She kept saying she wasn't ready to go yet and wanted more time with her son. I tried telling her we wanted some alone time, and she kept insisting that she join us. Finally, I snapped and said, since you seem to be oblivious, I will put this bluntly. I want to fuck your son. If you don't want to see or hear, then you need to leave. I know this isn't the classiest response ever, but I was frustrated. Anyway, she yelled at me, but eventually left. We finally got to have our alone time, but now she is blowing up both of our phones, saying that I am disgusting and have no respect for her, her son, or myself. She keeps telling my husband that...
It's her husband, right? Not a little fling...
No, it's her husband. She keeps telling my husband that he shouldn't be with someone so crude, and how dare he let me speak to her like that. I'm sure you get the idea. I know that what I said was really inappropriate, but am I the asshole? Edit. After reading these comments, I will definitely let my husband know he needs to step up. I agree that it should have been him who made her leave. I love him to death and want to be accommodating to his fear of making her angry. She's nasty when she's angry and will turn his whole family against him. However, he needs to set boundaries.
Yeah. Anybody would...
The horny wife.
I feel like... That's like any wife, though. Not even a horny wife.
Yeah, but like, you would think that the man would be more, like, aggressive about it. Because
but maybe it's because it's his mom, though. It's his mom, so he's like...
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
So he's like... Fuck it, let's
like,
do it. But the fact that she's...
Am I even still horny after the fact that he didn't step up for me?
Huh. It's like, be a fucking man.
Yeah.
No, but, I think that's weird that the mom would even say that or want to follow them to the room. It's like, bitch. Like, yeah, as an adult, don't you know? I was like, I'm wondering if the mother is, like, divorced or something or by herself. Because why the fuck would you want to follow your kid around with his wife? And she's going to call her crude. It's like, bitch, how do you think your son fucking got here? With sex.
Literally.
Like, that's how your son got here. You had sex to have your son, and now it's disgusting for his wife to want to have sex with her.
Yeah, and it makes me think how she's been throughout the whole relationship from the beginning.
Oh my god. It's like, lady.
I don't know how people stand that.
Yeah, because there's obviously most mother-in-law know, so they're just like, oh, you guys go out, like, have your alone time. And people, most moms know, like, we all need our alone time with whoever, or like date nights, like how you guys have it.
And she lives an hour away. That's like Fresno.
Yeah, it's not that far. Bitch, you could go home.
Yeah, literally. You could come back tomorrow.
Yeah, literally come back tomorrow. You don't need to sleep here. That's wild. For 9 days? Is he only home for 9 days? I'm confused. Or he's just been home for 9 days.
He had to spend 2 months in a different state for work, and he came back 9 days ago, and ever since he came back, the mom's been there. Right.
Okay.
But it makes me think too, like, so maybe he travels for work, but maybe he doesn't travel much.
To where she, like, the mom would be like, oh my god, it's like I miss him. I'm not going to see him for a while. It's like...
Yeah, but you know what? Thinking about it too, it's like, okay, you haven't seen him in such a long time. But it's like they're married and they live in a different house, so like, how often do you see him when he is here?
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, why do you wait for him to be out of state for however long? And then she's there all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh, that's kind of a bit much.
Yeah, that is.
It's like, give them their space, lady. She must not be married. Because it would have been like her and her husband.
Yeah, or whatever.
Or his parents, like, you know, went.
Yeah.
But it's giving I'm alone. And I have no one at the house.
Literally. That is so weird. I'd be pissed.
I was like, maybe the mother's not getting any. So that's why she's like, if I'm not getting it, no one will. Yeah.
I'm dead.
That's literally what's happening. I'm like, hell no. I don't think the wife was wrong at all.
For sure.
There's definitely boundaries that need to be set.
And 9 days after the first day.
Yeah.
After the first day of her spending the night, okay, you know, first day.
Like,
but
I get it. I'm like, oh, a weekend, let's spend a weekend together.
Yeah.
Because let's do family time and do a weekend together. But, bitch, you're an hour away. If you need a ride back home, I'll take you, boo.
Yeah.
And we'll pick you up. But you're not staying here for 9 days straight.
Yeah.
And following them everywhere, going to dinner with them everywhere.
I know.
And the comment where she's like, if no one stays with her, like if they go out and like one has to stay with her, yeah, it's like, you're an adult, lady. Yeah. Like,
and first of all, that's your son's home, so why would you expect for him to host you? Like,
yeah, you know,
when my parents come over,
like
when my parents come over, it's like, this is they do their own thing, you know, like
you know what to do.
Yeah,
take out the trash if you want.
Yeah, that's weird too.
When my mom's like at the house, it's like she's cleaning, she's doing whatever.
It's like, she don't ask her own house.
Nothing. Yeah. So she'll ask like, where is my stuff? Where is this? I'm like, don't ask me because I do not clean the house. It's not me.
Yeah. Okay. The next one is called the bedroom equalizer. I'm just going to get right to it. My 25 female boyfriend.
Do they have
28 male.
Do they have to put the age?
Oh, I think they mean like I'm 25 female. My boyfriend, 20. I get it. Do you get it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just the way they place it. It just makes it very confusing.
Yes.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, 28 male, likes to be called daddy in bed. Okay, I kind of read this one. This one's kind of funny. Okay. My boyfriend likes to be called daddy in bed while we're being intimate. Is it obliged?
Oblige. I oblige.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've obliged this request, but it's starting to creep me out, and I've decided I don't want to do it anymore.
How do you spell it? Hold on, because that's gonna. I'm pretty certain I said it right.
What are you gonna type?
Oblige.
Oh, you're gonna say for her to say it out loud?
Mm-hmm.
Oblige.
Okay, let me restart it.
It's okay.
My boyfriend.
You know what we're saying.
Okay. I've obliged. Oh, I skipped. I went back to end zone. I've obliged this request, but it's starting to creep me out, and I've decided I don't want to do it anymore. He is not happy with this and insists it has nothing to do with the connotation of the word. He just simply enjoys hearing me say it.
Mm-hmm.
Since he wasn't budging on the issue, I told him I'd like for him to call me grandma in bed as a compromise. He didn't like this option and said it was giving him visuals. He would prefer not to. Like, okay, join the fucking club.
But like, grandma though, she could have. I mean, that's not like okay. Go
okay,
on.
Mommy.
Yeah, mommy or mama, like the way you have to say, not mom. Don't say yes, mother, or like mama, mommy. Like that's cool, because I get it, but, like, grandma?
Okay. She said, like, okay, join the fucking club. Anyway, the last time he tried to initiate intimacy with me, I started to refer to myself as grandma in the third person. Do you like when grandma does that? Etc. And he flew off the handle. Said I ruined the mood, made him feel gross, and I was being ridiculous. I think I proved my point, but he thinks I'm being an asshole, so am I the asshole?
Okay, that's just really funny. Like, that's more funny. I'm like,
so
she's not
funny.
an asshole.
Honestly,
it's just funny.
Honestly, I don't think Eddie would be turned off.
He'd be like, yes, grandma, give it to me.
He'd just be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up and still call me daddy. That's funny. But that's like totally different though. It's because it's not like, imagine him, it'd be different if he's like, oh, call me grandpa. Then it's like, that's
Call
fucking
me
weird.
Papa.
Papa, oh, yeah, please, no. That's what I call my son.
People on here that call their man Papa.
No, hey,
like
to each their own. If that works for you,
If that gets you horny.
Yeah, if that makes you wet, hey, by all means, do you, boo-boo. That's actually just funny. I don't even think she's an asshole for that. That's, like, funny.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Yeah, but, like, I think that's, like, normal. I think a lot of men want that.
No, there's a lot of people that are kinky, but they have weird kinks. Like,
Yeah.
kinks and also, like,
There's probably people
preference.
There's probably kinks with grandma.
Right.
You know, and, like, shit like that. But then that's not the kind of kinks everybody likes. But I like...
They're like, bust out your granny panties.
Yeah, people have weird fetishes.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, the next one. The crafty friend. I crochet as a hobby. I started doing it about 6 or 7 years ago to help cope with my anxiety. Over time, I've become pretty good at it and have done a few commissions for small things. I recently opened my own website where I post my patterns and tips for free. Sometimes I'll sell something on there I made that I wouldn't keep or give away, but in general, I don't actively sell my stuff. I have a friend, Lynn, who is always asking me to make her stuff. I've made her a scarf and hat set, and I gifted her a baby blanket for her rainbow baby. All of which have been free. She asks me to make my more complicated stuff for her, like cardigans, large amigurumi toys. I am not an
Origami? Origami?
No.
What is it called?
Oh, maybe it is
Origami? Like the,
Origami. This, is that how it's spelled? No.
Let me Google it. I'm like, not us not knowing how to fucking read and shit. Hold on, let me... Hold on. I was like, the only word I could think of was
Exposing
origami.
our dumbass
Yeah.
selves.
I was like, we're in the beauty world. We're not.
What'd you say?
Like English origami, but I don't think that.
But
that
origami, isn't it something
Yeah,
different?
that's-
Isn't it something with paper?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe she wants like a crochet version of an origami. Like, oh,
What
okay.
is that?
It's a pattern, but hold on. Let me.
So it's a pattern that she would stitch on a sweater.
Yes. Okay. Let's. I just want to hear what it sounds like.
Knitting or crocheting. In Japanese, for reference, it is said as amigurumi. Amigurumi. Therefore, in English,
Bitch.
Amigurumi.
Yeah, whatever that fucking word is. I mean, origami. I don't know. She wants a crochet version, bitch. I'm like... It's because I wasn't reading it. I was just like, I'll try to help. I was like way off. Origami. What did he say? I don't fucking know.
I literally drooled.
I know, I saw that. I'm like, that's Enzo.
Oh my god.
He's so
oh
funny.
my god. I am so dead. I literally am crying. Okay.
I learned a new word today.
Okay.
It's a pattern. Yeah, it's a pattern for crocheting.
Yes.
I'm assuming it's a little more complicated than yours.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. I am not an amigurumi person and complex blankets, which I always say no to because as much as I love Lynn, she's very demanding and I do this for fun. I enjoy giving her gifts, but I don't feel obliged. Oh my god, what is it with this fucking word?
Oblige.
Obliged. It takes me a while to finish complex things, and I know she wouldn't be okay waiting more than like a week. Recently, I posted a patchwork cardigan I made, and Lynn texted me asking me to make one for her. I said no because it took me a month to finish, and I had other things I wanted to make. She asked if she paid for it, if I would make it for her. I told her that based on the cost of materials and an hourly wage for skilled labor, it would cost $400. She said that was ridiculous, and there was no way that cardigan would be worth $400.
Okay, then find somebody else to do it, you dumb bitch.
I told her I agree, but that's why I usually don't take commissions and would rather give away stuff I make. She told me I was being greedy. Realistically, if I took commission for this cardigan, I'd charge like $75, 3 times cost of materials, and give a 2-month timeline, but I wanted to deter her from asking again. Am I the asshole for quoting her such a high price?
No.
Okay, and I chose this one
took her a month to make it?
Yes.
Like, have you seen what they are?
No.
It's like freaking animals and shit that you crochet.
But you know why I chose this one? Because it relates to us whenever our family members or our friends want free services because of relatable.
Yes, it's really it's just like,
and I
don't think people realize the amount of work it takes to do something. So whenever whenever people are like, "Oh, I don't want to pay that much," you're less motivated to do it even more because it's just like, why should I accommodate my prices because you can't afford me?
Right.
Or like, not even just family members, but clients in general. It's just like, oh, that's too much for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, what? You know, like, but be wanting the extra. But thankfully, like, my family, they obviously pay for their services. And they're not a lot of work. Like, they're really not. My family's not picky. They're just like, do whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but if I had to overwork and I'm losing out, that's not worth it. It's just like, you want me to do all this extra for free? And is it her friend or who the fuck was she?
Yeah, her friend.
Yeah, just like, how do you not?
Yeah.
If that is too expensive, go find somebody else that could do it for cheaper. Like, that's wild. Time is everything. It's like, you want to have her take time out of her day, but you don't want to pay that much.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
For that type of request. So, like, that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at these and I'm like, no. They're animals. Like, they're legit animals. They're basically like stuffed animals,
I've
but
seen
crocheted.
people do those on TikTok.
Yeah.
They have to stuff them. Have you seen it? It's with a needle and they stuff them.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. It's really satisfying.
Yeah, but it's just like, if that's a lot of work for them.
Yeah, that is. That's a lot.
She probably has like another job. It's like, go on fucking Pinterest if you want it.
But she says she wanted that as a... Oh, yeah. Large amigurumi toys. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the next one. The reluctant babysitter. I, 27 female, and a friend, 24 female. I didn't really read this one. Okay. I, 27 female, and a friend, 24 female, have kids the same age too. Oh, I did read this one. We recently did a girls' beach trip. I left my child at home with my husband for the first time, and in consequence, for the first time in 2 years, was child-free. My husband does what he can regarding our kid and does a lot, but is gone a lot for work, so I've never been apart from my kid for more than a few hours before someone says I have a husband issue. This isn't the issue here. That isn't the issue here. My friend brought her child, which no one in the group had a problem with at all, except my friend has a habit of letting, or rather forcing, others to watch/parent her kid. Every time we hang out, she kind of checks out, goes on her phone, or wanders off and sort of dumps her kid on the friend group. Well, on this beach trip, overnight, she did just that to me. Now, remember, this is the first time in a long time I've been kid-free, of at least my kid-free. And here she is dumping her kid on me. Her kid is asking me to play with them, walk with them, you know, kid stuff. And I just want a break. But here my friend is playing on her phone, just totally checked out. I try to redirect her kid back to her saying, oh, you should ask your mom to play. To which she says, without missing a beat, no, you have more patience for kids anyway. You play with him. My blood fucking boiled, and I explained to her that I left my kid at home because I wanted to be kid-free for the night and not babysit hers. She rolled her eyes, and I just lost it and told her to stop being lazy and watch her own kid. Of course, she was pissed, but the rest of the group had my back. But my friend was so angry, I can't help but feel like I'm in the wrong. Am I the asshole?
No.
Yeah.
That's
and I know
valid.
one person like that.
That's valid. It's just like, it's nobody else's responsibility to watch her fucking kid. And if you don't want to watch your kid, don't fucking bring them.
And
that's not fair.
Yes, and that's my thing too. I'm not saying any news because I don't know who watches, but like you know,
they probably already know.
Yeah. Like when I take, and this is why we don't really go out with Enzo much because we know that he's just too much, you know. Sometimes like if we go with friends, we know like okay, one of us is gonna have to be watching him. Like he's not the kind of kid that like just chills, you know. Like I've seen kids that just chill, you know. But obviously, you know, he's a kid being a kid. But sometimes we're just like, you know what, like just thinking about us having to like run around behind him and stuff like that. And people might think like, well, you don't have to, you know, like if there's other kids there. But my thing is, we're in someone else's home. I don't want him to mess something up, break something, hit some other kid. Like that's our job as parents. You know what I mean? And I feel like if we weren't doing that, I just think of it as like, okay, I treat their house as I want my house to be treated, with kids or without kids. You know what I mean? And regardless, like I want to be around. I want to see if Enzo's like if he gets hurt or you know I don't know, you know whatever. He's not obviously able to speak for himself, but I think I totally understand her because I've had that situation in my house where like people come over and they don't watch
Their kid.
Yeah, and like that'd be really bad.
Yeah.
And like I don't step in only because I feel like eventually you would think that the mother would say something, you know. And I've even seen that happen, like obviously out and about, like at other places and stuff like that. But I'd be fucking pissed too because I've been in that situation.
Yeah, it's like you know she wants a break from.
And I understand that too.
Yeah, so it's just like she didn't come on this trip to watch somebody else's kid, and it's like if you don't want to like, if you like she's bringing her kid, but it's like if you're gonna bring your kid on a beach trip, like spend that time with him. Like I'm wondering why it's like why isn't he asking his mom to play? Like is he just used to that of like
yeah he is because I know
clearly, it from like it's like clearly she's used to her being on her phone that she's just like whatever for him to go and ask somebody else to play with him. And, you know, he's not saying, Mom, come play with me, you know, Mom, let's do this. And it's just like, as a mom, you don't think like, oh, I want to take my son to the beach and let's make freaking sandcastles or whatever, you know?
Yeah,
so
I doubt
like
that she pays any attention to him.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as like, sometimes I notice like whenever I'm there, you know, Vinny's always talking to you too, and he's always coming around.
Always.
And then here, like with Enzo, like he's always like wanting to be like hugged with attention, kissed and stuff like that. And I've seen in other instances where like the kids don't even like bother their they don't even bother their parents and stuff like that.
And that's like sad.
And I like there's times where like when I see those kids in a like we're around each other for a long time and I see that like I don't notice that connection within the parent and the kid, you know, and it's sad because like I think in like literally like an hour of me just being around Enzo, it's like he wants to be hugged like at least for like 20 minutes, you know what I mean? Like he wants that attention and that affection, you know?
Yeah.
And it's because we reciprocated back to him, you know, like we're very loving towards him, and I feel like obviously that's good for kids too, you know, because they grow up to show love and to be used to that, you know, from both parents.
That's like important, I think, for kids to feel that.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Like if you obviously see like the kid not going up to their parents and you know having that interaction, obviously you could tell that they don't have that in their everyday life. Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, she is not the asshole.
No. Okay.
Wait, which one? I was like, wait, has anyone been the asshole yet? No, huh?
No,
because
not
it was
yet.
like every single one was like everything was pretty valid. I mean,
there's 4 more, and I think one might be.
Oh, okay.
But that one's really funny.
Oh.
Okay. The next one is called the Regift Shamer. My family does a gift exchange drawing each year for Christmas. We all reach into a bowl and pull out a name on a slip of paper. That is the person for whom we are to buy a gift for the big Christmas get-together. I honestly hate this ritual as it is a bundle of stress to find something for someone you barely know, but we do it because the family always has. In 2019, I drew the 60-year-old husband for my great aunt. I knew he and my great aunt were very well off and really neither wanted nor needed anything. I knew also that the budget we had for gifts of $50 max was not going to get him anything within his or her taste level. Since he did a lot of driving for his work, I found him a rather expensive set of tools to keep in his car trunk should he need them. He opened them during the party, seemed appreciative, and thanked me. This past Christmas, I saw my gift was for my great I saw my gift was from my great aunt. When I opened it, I immediately recognized the tool set I had given him 3 years before. Even the tape I had put on part of a torn label was there. I paused, broke into a big smile, and excitedly exclaimed that this was incredible as when I bought her husband a set 3 years ago. I had wanted to get a set for myself as well, but the store had told me the set was discontinued and no longer available. I gushed that she must have gone to a lot of trouble to find one, just like the one I gave him 3 years ago. Yes, I mentioned him giving a set 3 years ago many times. I then made a big show of running over, hugging her, and saying thank you. She and he just had odd smiles frozen on their faces. See, my great aunt has a reputation whispered behind her back of being incredibly cheap and regifting most of what she receives. All the relatives had just witnessed me make a big production out of this one instance. My mom later took me aside and chastised me for what I did, as my great aunt was visibly embarrassed and had left very soon after the gift exchange. I just looked at her and innocently asked what I did that was wrong by thanking her for a gift I really wanted. So, was I out of line? Honestly,
no.
if that's my pet peeve is people that are well off, but they're really cheap. But I feel like it's very common. I've heard that a lot.
Yeah. I was like, it's funny because my baby dad, he'd always tell me, that's why the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor. And I was like, why does he always say that?
Facts.
But he's just like, yeah, he's like, that's literally it. And the people that tip me the best compared to the ones that, well, no, because
No, that's true.
There I have clients that supposedly,
they brag.
They have all this money, whatever, and they don't tip me like ever. But there are some clients that, my very, very good clients and friends, like, that have money, they are very good tippers. But they're the other ones, like, other ones that I have that aren't, like, that love to talk about money and, are so whatever, like, it's weird.
Not even at all.
Not even, like...
It's true, though. It's true.
Not even, like, $5.
Yeah. It's true.
Like, literally, if it costs $100, that's all you're getting. Like, but like I said, I have...
Give you 100. Do you have change?
Huh? It'd be
it's
like
$8.
No. It's $105, and they give me $110. I was like, oh, do you need change? They're just like, yeah. Do you have it? Yeah, let me go look for $5 somewhere in my fucking wallet. Like,
here, put the $5 back in your Chanel bag.
Yeah, literally. I'm just like, and it's just like, you brag about all this, and you go and you tip and you talk about how you tip servers. I'm like, am I not a server to you? But then at the end of the day, it's like, I guess I don't work for tips. I'm not.
Yeah, they're like appreciated, but
yeah, but it's just kind of like, you brag so much about, oh, you spent this, and then if I charge you, and then if I want to charge you certain something for whatever service, it's just like, oh, it's so expensive. It's just like, it's almost
then
like
maybe it's just not
a jab.
for you.
Yeah, a jab to me. Like, if they don't want to pay for certain things with my services, it's like, do you not think I'm worth it? Because you brag about how it's so worth it to go out to eat and do all this and that,
literally,
or whatever, but then you don't,
like, you digest that food and shit it out.
Yeah,
in like an hour.
Yeah.
You have your lashes on for
literally your lashes, your hair. You have that for weeks. It's just like late.
It's literally mind-boggling though. Like sometimes, like my clients that literally I least expect it from will tip
the most.
More than I expect. Actually, more than they should.
Yes.
More than they should. And sometimes I feel guilty.
Yeah, my servers are like that. Like the ones that work in the service, I notice for them, they tip me so good all the time. I'm always just like, no, that's too much, And then, or my girls that are, obviously, that do lashes too, like, they're always
I've had some that don't.
Oh.
And that's that's one thing that I will always be expressive about, because I'm like, people that are in the industry will sit in my chair or lay in my bed and they will literally like complain to me about people that don't tip, but they themselves do not tip either. And
that's wild.
And I don't talk about it, and not talk about it, but I feel like when I say it, it kind of sounds like very arrogant of me, but it's not that. It's just the fact that it's these people that expect that literally are in the same industry as us, doing the same thing as us, and they expect
tips.
but then they don't do it themselves. Like they're not doing that either. And I've had those.
That makes sense.
I've had those. And it's irritating, but I'm like, I mean, I don't care, but it's like don't sit there and talk shit.
Yeah, don't complain that you don't get tips if you're not a tipper. Like, to me, I over tip, and that's fine.
Yeah,
like,
you do all the time.
I know, but that's just like, but I think it's because I appreciate their line of work. So like, I always over tip, but like, there's times where. Sometimes I don't tip my Starbucks on my app because I forget. That's like one thing I don't do. Whereas like, you know, when you go to Dutch Bros, it's like, oh, do you want, it's automatic. It's like, if I spend over $5, this is my tip. If I spend over $10, this is my tip.
Oh, okay.
But
there are some restaurants that's how it is
like
too.
But it's automatic there on my app, so like it doesn't have to ask me. They're just like, always prefer tip okay, and I'm like, yeah, you know, because I have it set for like if I spend more than $5, it's this much. If I spend, basically if I spend more than $5, so they're just like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, it's not much. Because you know, Dutch is awesome. They talk to you and they have like.
Yeah, their customer service is good.
Yeah, it's like they're your friends. So I'm just like, it's not much.
Yeah, no.
I appreciate everybody that takes tips. Anybody who takes tips, even though I'm doing takeout, I still tip.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because you know what? Like, because they still have to bag it and like do all that for you. So I'm kind of like, well, I'm gonna still tip them.
Yeah, and last time I had a student and we ordered Subway through DoorDash, and I tipped him on the app.
Yeah.
And then he came and it was an old man, and I was like, oh.
And I see those videos on TikTok. I'm all crying.
He was so nice. He's like, order for Miss Daisy, and I was like, oh, and I was like, fuck, I don't have cash. I literally want, and I was telling Eddie about it, and Eddie was like, you should have gone up and grabbed 100. I was like, no, literally, it was an old man. He was so nice. I was like, oh. Literally, I felt guilty all day. Like,
you're just I hope he comes back again. Order again.
Call DoorDash.
You should call. Yeah, be like, remember the hours that he worked, and just like order
I remember
again.
his car.
Yeah, and order again, and just be like, because you know how it tells you like who your driver is or who's.
Oh
picking it up?
yes.
So you could see if it's him again. Yeah. So maybe if he's around again around the same time, just like, okay, he works on Sundays.
Oh, true.
Was that when we filmed when you had the student? Was it Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you know Sunday.
Oh, yeah, I felt so bad. But yeah, we always tip too. We always make sure to tip. Even if the service is bad, I'm like, you know what?
I don't expect it. Yeah, let's not make it seem like we expect it.
No, we don't.
But it's just like comparing like the ones that really, really tip and the ones that really, really don't.
Yeah, we get it from the ones that we least expect them from. Yeah. And sometimes, I honestly do really feel guilty sometimes. I'm like, ooh, that's too much, you know?
For what?
For them tipping me so much on top of the service, you know?
I'm like, stop it.
And then just think of it, like, if there's people out there saying that you're expensive, like, there's people out there that are literally almost paying double for a fill or for, like, you know, then don't listen to them. Like, there's someone for everyone, you know? There's cheap people and there's expensive people.
So I don't think she was wrong for that.
No, for sure.
She kind of basically just, how we went way off topic. It had nothing to do with the fucking gift that she regifted. We just like went elsewhere and started complaining about our work.
Have you ever regifted something though?
No. No, I don't think I would ever do that.
I don't think so. I give everything to my mom.
I could, my mom, I'm like, you want this though? Yeah, that's my mom. But my mom literally takes it because she's like, where'd you get this? And I'm like,
my mother-in-law too.
No, it was a gift, and it's just like,
I'm like, if my sister-in-laws are watching this, they know.
Do you use it? I'm like, no. Yeah. So like, if anything, my mom takes all my stuff.
Yeah, I'll find someone to give it to. You know, like Yeah,
I'm not gonna re-gift it. Yeah. But I'm gonna just like, if I don't use it or whatever, and somebody wants it, I'm like, oh, here, you could take it.
Yeah.
It was a gift.
Yeah.
And that's like sentimental, obviously.
Have you guys ever re-gifted anything? I want to know.
Yeah, for real.
Was it because you didn't like it, or I mean, it has to be, right?
Well, I remember like Ralph's group of friends would do a white elephant, and they would do. There was one gift
that was a good one
that they went around and re-gifted every year. Every year somebody got that,
for the person that got that.
And it went on for years. I'm talking about years.
So it was
it was like a mop thing for your car windows, like a just seen on TV type of like wiping. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's like a thing to clean your windows, but it comes on a stick. I don't know. So anyways, the gifts weren't like crazy expensive. It was just like fun. It was just
Yeah,
a white
yeah.
elephant gift. So every year they kept regifting it. So they're just like, you got the mom
Shut
or whatever.
up. That is so
So
funny.
one year we got it, and guess who actually fucking used it? My mom. I was like, where'd our gift go? We were supposed to use it. It's all in her back seat, and she used it. And I was
Leave
like,
it to the moms to end up using it.
and my mom used that, and she probably still has it in her fucking car
Oh
somewhere.
no, for sure.
Or bought another one because
Yeah.
she used it up. Because that went on for years. They're just like, well, we can't re-gift that mop anymore
That is
because
so, it's all used up.
it was all like a tradition for them to
mhm.
like whoever got that.
When was
mop.
the last time?
I don't even think my son was born. But like,
Oh shit! And
but-
ever since then, they haven't done like a new like
Mm-mm.
item.
I don't even think my son was born that time. But I remember, no, he was, but it had gone for like a good 5 years.
Damn, that's hella
Like they
funny.
re-gifted that for the white elephant for 5 years, and then they never saw it again. I was like, because we actually put it to use. I'm like,
That's
is
funny.
so funny. Yeah.
Okay, the next one. This one's fucked up, and it's really funny. Like I've actually heard this segment on a lot of podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the body shamed colleague. I have a female coworker who repeatedly calls me out regarding my weight. I'm female, 5'9", 115 pounds, and very thin. She is very overweight. All the time, she makes comments about my weight. She doesn't call me by my name. She calls me slim. And I even heard her say one time, "Go ask Toothpick." And she has said stuff like, "You need some meat on your bones," and "You need to eat." I have only worked there 8 days. I have asked her very nicely to stop. Yesterday, I asked her to stop calling me slim again, and she basically said it's her mouth and she can say what she wants. Today, when she said, "Morning, Slim," I replied, "Morning, Chunky," and she got upset and actually
She
started
said,
crying.
"Morning, Biggie." Like, you're not about to talk to me like that. That's just as bad as fat shaming. Like, why would you do that? That's like,
But,
what if
yeah.
she's trying to gain weight?
Literally.
It's so hard to gain weight for those girls that stay small. Like, I was
Mm-hmm.
literally talking about this with my friend Kimmy. She's
They
tiny and she can't hold
they
weight.
might be having they might have an eating disorder.
Imagine, or something like
Yeah.
that's not. It's not her fault. Like,
Or
if
they're
she's-
like not drug addict, but like, you know, when you abuse of
yeah, something
stuff,
you don't know what
yeah.
she's going through to why she's so thin. But it's just like,
Yeah.
so she cried because she called her morning chunky.
She got upset and actually started crying. Everybody here at work, only 6 of us total, is saying I'm wrong and I should apologize because being called fat is different than being called skinny, because being called skinny is a compliment. I said, as long as she calls me slim, I will call her chunky, and now I'm the bad person. Am I the asshole if I don't apologize? The owner/manager has completely ignored the situation, saying it's a high school issue and we should figure it out. We don't have HR. There are only 6 of us working here. Cupcake shop. We are all regular employees. I went to the owner before I called her chunky, and I asked him to talk to her because I felt she was harassing me. That's when he said we can handle it ourselves. That's why I called her chunky. I told her to stop calling me slim, and I didn't like it, and she continued to do it. She didn't stop doing it, and after I asked multiple times,
Yeah,
she didn't stop doing
She
it
literally
after I asked
warned her,
multiple
like,
times.
dude, that's enough.
and I didn't know what to do besides what she was doing to me. She brought up my weight, I brought up hers. Am I the asshole?
No.
No.
And the fact she's like, you need meat on your bones. Like, how is that
Yeah.
not offensive? Like, what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
it's
to
fucked
me,
up, but-
obviously for me, I would take it as a compliment, like, thank you. Because I'm trying to, like, for me, I want to get so skinny where people are like, are you okay? Are you sick? Yes. Please tell me more. Like, literally, that, to me, of course, I take it as a compliment, but I know what it's like to be both, you know, a little thicker and then, like, very skinny. And I just, like, but for her, she voiced, like, hey, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And, like, don't call me that. Like, again, she doesn't.
That's literally straight up bullying.
She is. She was bullying her because she kept egging it on. Like, every day, you need meat on your bones. You're too skinny. What else did she call her?
Just slim, you're too skinny.
Like, she just kept saying comments like that. It's just like,
Morning
that's not,
slim. Oh, go ask Toothpick.
yeah, like, what? She was literally, like, it was kind of like she was taking jabs at her, obviously. It wasn't in a very nice way.
Yeah. They should
Like,
get
she
rid of
was
her
making
because
fun
she
of her.
clearly is someone who, you know, is probably going to cause, like, problems in the work area, you know?
Like, really? So all she did was say good morning, Chunky, and she's like,
Yeah, she's done. She's like, that's enough. That's yeah, no. That's why I said it was fucked up but funny, because
Yeah.
she retaliated, and it ended up being
and why is the coworkers co-signing being like, you're wrong? It's just like, so it's okay for her to pick on me, but as soon as I bark back, she wants to cry about it.
But
like,
who knows? Maybe like she kind of already overpowered all the other coworkers, so they all kind of feel like, oh, you know, if we go against her, like she's gonna talk shit to us or bully us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But who knows?
Please, no, she's not the asshole. That's definitely like, don't dish it out if you can't take it.
Right.
Like, for real.
For sure. Okay, last one. The girlfriend who dared to menstruate. So, my 24 she's 24 female. I gotta fucking stone.
Yeah.
My boyfriend, 28 male, is really protective over his furniture. I assume it's because they're white. This really shows when I'm on my period. My boyfriend does humiliating things like placing sheets on all of the chairs and lounges. I feel like if I were to leak, I'd just sleep through the sheets anyway. And makes me sleep in the guest bedroom on the first 2 days of my period. My heaviest days. And then he even asked me about when was the last time I changed my tampon. I'm a grown woman who has had her period since the age of 12. I don't need somebody to remind me to change a tampon. Mm-hmm. When he does this, I just feel embarrassed, and it gives me the vibe that he cares more about materialistic objects than me. I'm not even allowed to cuddle him during my period. He acts like I'm just gushing like a waterfall or something.
What the fudge?
I started my period yesterday, and as I expected, the sheets can't come out. I decided to put my foot down and I take all of the sheets off the furniture, which got my boyfriend irritated, to which I told him that he needs to stop treating me like a leaking juice box. He's saying that I have no right to prevent him from keeping his expensive furniture clean and that I'm the one acting like a jerk. I need to know, am I the asshole?
No, she's not the asshole either. He's the asshole. Like, being with a woman, like, you know she's gonna get her... Like,
I would not have a child with this man.
Literally. I mean, imagine if you have, like, exactly, like, there's just
imagine postpartum?
Things, yeah. And he's worried about furniture.
Fucking hell.
And not your mental health. Like, that's definitely what he would be like. But you would feel like, almost like, God, I'm disgusting. It's just like, how do you think you came out with blood all over you, sir?
Literally.
Or whatever. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's just like, the fudge. That's wild. Like, you're so concerned with furniture. Don't buy expensive shit. Well, I mean, I guess I get it, but even then, like, to me, even if I spent a lot of money on furniture, like...
It's to be expected.
Yes, like, you're gonna spill, you're gonna do whatever, like, I get it, like...
No, if that's the case, he should not have kids in the future, because kids will fuck everything up. Like,
literally.
All that white will
it's inevitable, like, it don't matter how much you try to clean it, like...
Yeah, and
try
it
to
seems
prevent
to be
it,
like he kind of is very high standard. Yeah, high maintenance.
And
so
yeah.
I would leave him ASAP, first of all. Or if you stay with him, I would not have kids with this man.
To sleep in the guest room, that part too. To sleep in the guest room
and they
for
can't
the first
cuddle
2 days
for the
of her
whole period.
That's crazy because, like, don't women, like, well, I don't.
That's when they need the most
too much.
affection and
I was
attention.
just like, he doesn't care. He's
Well, not the most, but like you know, you don't want to feel like a fucking.
But if you're
dog.
cramping, you just like want your stomach rubbed or like something. I don't know.
Yeah, not to be tossed like
like
to the spare bedroom.
You peasant, like, go sleep in the guest room.
That is so
I don't
mean.
do blood. It's just like
That's fucked up.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I guess like people have their own like thing with like what they don't like, but that's like out of her control. Like, we're women, we get a period. Like, it's not like we choose to have this happen.
Mm-hmm. He definitely could not see a baby come out of you for sure. He'd faint.
Yeah.
He'd pass the fuck out.
Yeah.
He'd probably have a heart attack. Or he'd probably want all the attention on him.
Yeah.
At the hospital.
It's my pregnancy.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Ick.
No.
Ick, ick, ick.
Yeah. And that was it.
That was the last one? Mm-hmm. Those were good.
I think the first ones were the funniest. We should end up on the funniest ones because then it goes.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
No, like those were decent. Which one was the first one? I forgot the other one.
The horny wife with the crazy mom.
Oh yeah,
and then it was the grandma, the call me grandma.
Oh yeah, that was probably my fave.
Yeah.
But like, I get it.
Yeah. But they were all relatable, I guess, because
yeah, somehow relatable.
The crafty friend had to do with like
our work.
Yeah.
Us being like
the reluctant babysitter. We related to that. I related to it. the regift shamer. Why the fuck? Oh, we were talking about our business too. How to do with regifting, right?
Oh, because we went on to like
tipping
because we were talking about people with
that
that
well off.
money. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I do have wealthy clients that do tip well too.
Yeah, but
you know, I was like, but let me take it to the ones that don't. Because they be the ones that brag about money the most. That's why I kind of went into that. But it's like, whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
So that is it for today's. That's it. Like, we're not going to talk about anything else. That's it.
Yeah.
I know we said we were actually going to do client stories.
Oh, that's right.
But I think we're going to save it for the next episode and just see.
Or a different episode. We don't want to
mix up, like.
No, we don't want to commit.
Yeah. To what?
Just saying that we're going to do the next episode and we don't.
Yeah, for real. Just.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
For what
it's coming. It's gonna come. We're just trying to figure out, like, I don't know, what stories we want to kind of like share.
Yeah.
And kind of get the ins and outs of it. Because then I'm like, because you know when you read stories to me, I'm kind of like, well, why does she do that? What pushed her to do that?
Yeah. You have like 10,000 questions.
Yeah, because I'm going deeper, not just like what the fuck the messenger's saying.
But like you say, key points. What if they're just putting the key points?
No, you need to say. But I'm just like, I want to have a background at least on like what pushed them to do that.
But I feel like your stories you do.
What?
Have a background.
Yeah, but the ones we be like the one last
the ones here don't.
The one last time, not for the am I the asshole, but the
get out
the
my chest.
Yes, the one where the friend like did that. I was like, well, I want to know how long. I want to know how long you knew before you exposed
She will always be stuck on that.
I'm gonna go look for that.
She's gonna be stuck on. But why did you guys why did you guys
friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, but you knew she was doing this for how long of your friendship,
Yeah.
but then now it bothers you?
Wouldn't hunt her down.
Like, why didn't it bother you the first time she was doing it? That's what I want to know. That's the answers. I just want to dig a little deeper because I want that tea.
Yeah.
As well.
And also in the future, we might have special guests too, but we kind of have to.
Yeah, I think we're trying to figure out how. Yeah, because you know when you're bringing a third person, it's like making space too. I'm just like, guess you're gonna sit here on the floor.
We're gonna be laughing on each other.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe that's what we'd have to figure out, like how we would go about that as far as like bringing guests in.
Yeah, for sure.
And our setup too, like for guests.
Yeah.
So I think that and just like who we would bring in first, like, and what we would talk about. But yeah. More to come. But yes, that is all for today, guys. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.